couldn't do a show about dating without having some of my dating experts with me. So we're calling this segment the Cousins Corner because all of these ladies are my cousins. And if you can believe it, it's, you know, being single seems to run in the family because we all are. So let me introduce you to my cousin Paula, who...
Hi, guys.
Cousin Paula, you know, does a lot of internet dating, and she is usually in a relationship that lasts for a bit of time, and then it's over, and then before you know it, she's in another relationship. So she's in and out, in and out. And this is my cousin Erica, who has been single for the last 8 years. I don't even begin to understand that. She's the cutest thing ever. And this is Cousin Meryl. Cousin Meryl is divorced. She's got 2 gorgeous kids. And recently she started dating somebody, but he's not even divorced yet, and that's another story. So, you know, basically she's single too. So now what we thought that we would do, because we actually know nothing about this subject, is bring some poor unsuspecting woman who has a relationship issue from the audience to sit down here, and the Cousins Corner is going to somehow help her with her problem. So let's get Jenny out here. Come on out, Jenny. Jenny's 29 years old. Thank you. Sit down. Make yourself comfortable. Jenny's 29 years old, and she's an English teacher. And, you know, we have a ton of dating experience, and we have a lot of free advice that you don't have to take at all. But let's see if we can help you. What's your problem?
All right, I always seem to be going out with the same type of guy, you know.
What type is that?
Charming guy, you know, nice mind, all talk, and that's about it, pretty
All
much.
talk and no action.
Exactly.
So what does that mean? That, you know, he acts like he's all into you, but he can't commit?
Exactly.
Hate that.
Wow. Me too.
Oh, my God. What is it with guys these days? They're, like, commitment phobic.
I don't know why.
I don't either, but let's hear what our panel of cousins has
Jenny,
to say.
why do you keep going back, do you think, for the unobtainable? Because we don't know anything about that in our family.
You know, I have no clue. I keep going back to the same type of guy, and
Was your dad like that?
I don't know my dad, actually,
Oh.
so maybe that's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you never know.
Oh, said the cousins. What do you think, Meryl?
I'm thinking that you should get out there and just have some fun and don't put so much stress on what's going to be. Just have fun. Enjoy yourself. You're young.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, live
Take
in the
time
moment.
out there. Live in the moment.
But I think that that's
sure.
probably good advice for even those who aren't so young.
Totally. All of us. Live
You know,
day to day, girls.
Yeah, day to day, because that's all we
Absolutely.
have anyway. So, you know, and what about you, Cousin Erica? What do you think?
Well, how old are these guys that you've been hanging out with?
See, that's another thing. I seem to attract like really older guys or really young guys, but nothing in between. So
Now you're 29. What's a really young guy to you?
like 20 years old.
Oh, 20, yeah, that's
I'm not
a
a cooler
baby.
yet, you know.
Yeah, because I have found from experience that between 20 and 25 and then 25 and 30 is a huge difference in
Yeah.
the way, you know, a man starts to come into his own.
Exactly.
So, and what's older to you?
It's like 45, 50.
Wow.
Yes.
No, that's too old. However, he's perfect for the 3 of us.
I'll just
I
send
would
them
love
to
to
you.
know how you're meeting the 45 to 50-year-old. Where are these guys?
Yes, exactly. Where are they and how can we meet them?
What are you doing? Where are you going to,
Well,
you know, to meet these guys?
Different places, you know, like clubs or even art galleries, places like that.
Art galleries is a good one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've met some. Go ahead.
Totally. I would change it up a little bit, too, and
Okay.
go someplace totally different, like a bowling alley or a museum.
sports bar.
A sports bar, totally.
Sports bars
tried
are
that.
great
Totally.
places to meet
Actually.
guys.
A
Yeah,
couple of days ago with a
Yeah.
friend, and it was a big difference,
Yeah.
I must say, yeah.
definitely.
Where did you go?
I think it's a place called Happenings or something in Los Angeles.
And it's like a sports bar?
Yes.
Is it
Yeah,
happening?
we should go. Definitely. Write that down, somebody. You know, if there is like a big basketball night,
Yes,
that is a great
totally.
night to go to a
Okay.
place. And you know what? It even can be a nice restaurant, but if it has a bar with a TV, you know that there's going to be a lot of men there.
All right.
And it's a great opportunity to meet men. But anybody else have any advice?
Have you done internet dating at all? I'm just curious.
I've done that. And been there, done that. I don't want to do it again.
It's
Oh,
really not a lot
really?
of
You had a bad
Yes.
experience?
Yeah, I mean, you know, guys with yellow teeth or bad breath or...
Ah, they don't.
It's not
They're not
working.
like the picture, the profile
Exactly. It's
They're
all a
not who
lie.
they say
so I'm
they
just like-
are.
picture. There aren't who they say there are. Isn't that amazing?
It
It's
is
so true.
amazing.
Have you ever been on J-Date?
I have not, no.
Oh, you
What
don't
is
have to be
this?
Jewish to go on J-Date.
Oh, really?
No. You can even be gay on J-Date. You know, they're very, yes, they're very, you know, equal and all. If you happen to want to meet somebody that's Jewish, though, that's a good
Very well
side
done.
beginning.
All right.
You want to hear something funny? Judy, who we met in the earlier segment, she goes on a J-Date, and the guy says, you know, I thought you were so cute and everything like that, but I want to talk to you on the phone first. And so she talks to him on the phone, and he said, you know, I'm so glad to hear you speak because I was only afraid that you were going to sound like Fran Drescher. He did not know that Judy and I are friends. So when she told me this, and you know, she goes to meet him for the gratuitous cup of coffee somewhere, and I said, wouldn't that be hysterical if I was waiting for him there? Oh my God. So what would you girls say was like your worst date ever?
Well, I went out with a guy from J-Date, not my most recent ex, but pre him, who actually brought his therapist on our date.
Oh my God.
And I'm all about therapy, but you know.
I know, that's
Not on
a little bit of
first
an
date.
invasion.
It was a little
It's
invasive.
unsexy.
Not sexy.
Cousin Erica?
I had one last year that we were supposed to hang out, and then he told me to meet me at his friend's house. And then it was like this high school reunion, and it was just me and his back and him talking to all his friends. That was
Oh
really
my
fun.
God.
It was like,
That's terrible. That's going to be your last date with that. And Meryl?
I did this speed dating thing.
Oh.
And it's when I lived upstate. Well, the guys that were
So
there
what does
were
that
just-
mean? All the
It
guys.
was like you sit down at a table and you have like 5 minutes and you get to talk to all these, you know, different guys. And when the bell rings, you have to get up and switch.
Was there
Let me tell you
anybody
something.
interesting?
Nobody.
So listen, Jenny, thank you so much. I hope that you can kind of bust out of your, you know, mode. Start dating guys your own age, and I would say to not care whether they want to commit or not, because really, you just if they're commitment phobic, then enjoy them for what they are. Put them in that box and keep looking, but enjoy them for what they are, and instead of for what they're not. Well, thank you, Jenny, and thank you, cousin. So why aren't we meeting the right one? When we come back, I'm going to go one-on-one with a therapist who is going to give me sex advice. This could get scary. Stay tuned.